Greetings, my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. We are here to enlighten you. We want you to know the truth. We gonna unravel uh, this New Testament and disprove this fellow they call Jesus. All right. Now, we have uh, embarked on some new information, new discovery. In other words, look at what I have found. I found something, Israel, that's going to really shake your world. I want you to take your time. Uh, I want you to read this thing for yourself. Don't worry about the pastor because he's been taught by the enemy. He's been taught by the seminary or the cemetery, however you one may want to put it. But anyway, he have told you and my grandmother's mother's lies because he didn't know any better because he was fooled by the enemy. But Yah is opening up our eyes where information is being flooded to us because we're coming to the end of this age. And Yah wants to educate his people of his return and to let them know that they have been serving false gods. This man they call Jesus, yeah, he's a false god. But that is another teaching that I'm gonna have for you in about another 3 or 4 days. The most is probably about a week, but we're gonna expose him even the more. But tonight we're gonna be coming from the book of Mark, this seventh chapter. I believe that's where I want to start it. Yes, the seventh chapter, and I'm just gonna just run over some verses here. I want you to read it for yourself. We're looking at verses 20, 25 on down to verse 30. Where I want to stop there. I'm going to stop at verse 36. But I'm just going to run through this first part here, and you could go back and read it for yourself. But it talks about here that a certain woman that's a Greek, and she has a daughter that has this evil spirit in her, or devil, or unclean spirit in her, and she hears about this man they call Jesus. So she goes to him, and then she has a conversation with him, and he talks about in verse 27 about letting the children first be filled, and it is not meet to be taken the children bread and cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, Yea, yes, Lord. Yet the dogs under the table eat the children crumbs. Okay, and they go they continue on with this conversation, and he saith unto her, for that saying, for you to go that way, the devil is going out of your daughter. Now, all he did was just told her that she had said, I guess, a good saying, and now the devil is going out of your daughter. You can go on back home. But as we get a little further down in here, we comes up into where he is coming out of Tyre and Sidon. He comes to unto the coast of Galilee, through the midst of the coast of Decapolis. And then now where we get into the meat is right here. This is the meat of the whole teaching tonight. Here that they bring unto Jesus this man that is deaf, and it also says that he have an impediment in his speech. In other words, he have a speech problem, and he's also deaf. All right. Now we see that this lady talked to Jesus, and all he did was say, well, because of what you said, you're going back home now because everything is taken care of now. And I find it awful strange that all through his ministry, dealing with women, they were either at his feet or wiping his feet with their hair. One touched the hem of his garment, and she was bleeding and stuff like that, and she was healed. But it never talks about him touching women too much, but it always talks about him touching men, and I find that kind of odd. But as we go on, but I want you to think about this, and just take your time and just think about this. Go along with me here. This man is deaf and he has an impediment in his speech. All right, and they beseech him to put his hands on him. I'll go along with that, but I still don't understand why it's always men and not women. But to each his own. Like I said, I want you to take your time, and I want you to have an open mind about this, and just think about it, because the words in here is going to tell you exactly what I'm about to say. And some may say, well, you interpreted it wrong, but you can't change the words, and I am not going to change the word. I'm going to say exactly what he says. Now, you can see what an individual is saying by the words that they are using. All right? Now, let us look at verse 33 here. It says, and he took him aside from the multitude. Now, why is he taking this man off the side of the road and down in the bushes behind a tree? Now, that's what I don't understand. Why is he doing that? Now, he talked to the lady right there in front of the multitude and said, well, you done said a good thing now, about the dogs eat the crumbs from up under the table and stuff, the children got the crumbs and the dogs eat it. But now you said a good thing. Now you're going on home and your daughter's here, but now you're going to take this man off the road down in the bushes behind a tree. Now look what he says here. He says that took him aside from the multitude and put his fingers in his ear. This is what he did. His hands are incapacitated. They are not free. They are in his ears. Are you following me? Okay. Now you understand what I'm saying. You're getting the idea. He has two hands, two things like this right here. One is in this ear, one is in this ear. So they're not free any longer. All right? Now, notice what he does here. See, you have to take your time and think about, you got to reenact what he is doing. Now let's reenact what he's doing. He has put his fingers in the deaf man's ears. Okay. Now, it says, and he spat. Okay? Like, he's clearing his mouth. He have spat. Now look what he says. And touch his tongue. Now remember, you and I both know you have two hands. You have one head. You have 2 feet. Your 2 hands are already occupied. Your 2 feet are already occupied because you're standing on your 2 feet. Now you tell me, how did he touch the man's tongue? Well, that's what I want to know. I mean, I'm asking you, but I already know. It's right here. We can clearly see that it states that he spat, and he touched his tongue. Why is the Bible, the words indicating that he spat first, then he touched his tongue if he wasn't using his tongue to touch his tongue? I mean, if you can explain to me, anybody can explain to me what methods that he used to touch this deaf man's tongue without using his tongue, tell me, email me. Because I just can't see how he could use anything else but his tongue. Why would he spit? He could have just told the man, I want you to be healed. He said that about the little girl. He told the little girl, mother, by you saying what you said, You're going back home. Your daughter's already taken care of. But why would he want to kiss another man? I'm talking about French kiss. I mean, he is using his tongue to touch this man's tongue. Now, anyone knows you don't have to do that if you got all this power. You don't even have to make contact. You've proven that up in the earlier verses. You don't even have to even make contact. He never made contact with the little girl that had the demon in her, or the devil, or the unclean spirit. But yet and still, he is locking lips with another man. Not only that, carried him off in the bushes behind a tree. Why would you do that? Then, to make matters worse, look at what he said down here further. He charged them and told them, don't tell anybody. Do you not know that's the same method that the priests use in the Catholic Church with those little boys? They have them, and then they tell them, don't tell nobody. If you ask the police right now, who is a detective that have did rape crimes with individuals messing with little children, the first thing they tell them is, don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Why is that? Wouldn't you want some? Why he didn't tell the woman? Don't tell anyone. And she was right there in front of the multitude. But he never told her at any point, don't tell anyone. Told her to go on back at the house. Everything is taken care of. But Israel, what I want you to do is you look at this. You study it. Study it. And study it. Look at it over and over. Replay it in your mind. Replay it in your mind. Reenact the whole thing. And I guarantee, Israel, you will come up with the same answer. He was kissing the man. All right? Well, I hope you enjoy. Shalom.
You've been lied to. No one can save you. You've been lied to. Thinking Jesus came for you, bled, died on a cross just to save you. And you've been made a fool, thinking you can speak it, confessing with your mouth Jesus Christ and believe it. Well now, you've been made a fool. What a fool, what a fool, what a fool. The Most High, He only rules in every nation, every heathen soon to see it. The Most High God is Israel's Redeemer, and only a fool would put another God before Him. First commandment, put no other God before me. Calling on Jesus Christ, Christ insanity. Believing on another God, pure insanity. You've been lied to, Jesus can't save you. 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 You've been lied to, no one can save you. You've been lied to.
This is the high priest, L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall.